So if you've ever bought an appliance from Europe, it will probably come with one of these European plugs. Sometimes they come with a converter like this, but to be honest with you, does anyone really want this massive converter on the end of their plug rather than just a normal UK style 3-pin plug? So what can you do? Well, I'm going to show you a way to convert a 2-pin European lead over to a 3-pin UK version. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get some snips. Take your European plug. I know it seems drastic, but snip off the European plug. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to measure about 4 centimeters from the end of where you've cut it, about there, and you're going to score around the base of that area where you've marked 4 centimeters with a standing knife or something like that. You don't want to cut through completely the outer sheath, but you just want to score around it, and you don't want to go through to the inner cores either. Once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is just start pulling against the score mark you've just made, and eventually you'll start to see the inner cores. And if you scored it just right, you should be able to just pull it off, so you've got the 3 inner leads. This is your earth, that's your live, the brown, and the blue is your neutral. Now you're going to need to take off about 6mm at the end of the earth. That's the first thing. So find about 6mm on there. You can use a ruler if you want to be really precise. You don't need to be that precise though. And then with some wire strippers, we're going to take 6mm off the end and then twist it. The next thing you're going to need to do is measure about 28mm of the blue. So that works out to about there. And I'm just going to chop that off, and again you're going to need about 6mm off the end of that, which is about there, and then we're going to twist that as well. Now for the brown wire we need about 18mm. So that is about there. And we're going to take 6mm off of that as well. And then twist that. Right, once we've got that far, next thing we need to do is to open up your 3-pin plug. And as you can see, there's screws here that we want to undo to allow the cable to enter. So if you push down on this one, this will come up, giving you easier access. And I'm just going to undo that a bit more. Okay. For this particular type, this bit of plastic comes off. which will then allow us to start feeding our cables in. So let's start with the brown first. Oops. And if I've made enough room for that, that'll go to about there. We'll just tighten that down. And we'll insert the neutral, which is blue. Let's give that another little twist. Pop that in. Tighten that down. And then the yellow and green, which is the earth, goes into the top pin. Remember not to go too tight. If you use the proper electrical screwdriver, one that you can test voltage with, that shouldn't let you apply too much torque. Whereas if you use a bigger screwdriver, you can apply too much torque, and that's not good. And if you've done all that correctly, sorry, my fuse is just overlapping a little bit where it shouldn't be. Just going to pop it over a little bit. So if you've done all that correctly, it should look a bit like that. So the last job is to reinsert a little bit of plastic. So this is the fiddly bit. Move your cable out of the way. Reinsert the little bit of plastic. Like that. Then while pushing it out of the way, and work out where your cable needs to go roughly by getting it put back where it was. I'm just going to get a little flathead to help me out here. If that looks about right, force that out of the way, and then be able to just squeeze your cable in there like that. And that is how you rewire a 3-pin plug from a European. And as you can see, that is a lot better than that. Anyway, last thing to do is just to fit the back of the plug on. And screw it back together. And that's it. One European, the standard 3-pin plug. Hope that video proves useful if you need to do the same thing. Thanks, bye.